we go tonight. The weather is past. Time for the Reds and the Cubs at Wrigley.
Now 2 men on and nobody out for Suzuki. Cubs trail 3-0. This big crowd ready to make some noise. Seiya drives one in the air. Deep left center. Get out the tape measure. Long gone.
And Seiya has tied this game.
Man, has he been swinging it well. 455 feet. Yikes.
Ball game tied at 4. 2 down, nobody on, bottom of the 9th up. Now let's see if Conforto can get a hold of one. They swing a drive, left center field. It's deep, it's back toward the wall. Cubs win the game. Michael Conforto with a game-winning homer. Wrigley Field is up for grabs.
Big swing of the bat by Conforto. Game-winning walk-off home run.
Welcome to Cubs baseball here on Marquee Sports Network. Here tonight, it's the Cubs and the Reds from Wrigley Field as the Cubs look to continue on that roll. And welcome into the broadcast booth, John Shambi and Jim DeShays. Taylor McGregor will join us coming up. And last night, another walk-off win. And time now for our Prevagen memorable moments. JD, it's been walk-off central here at Wrigley.
It's been a real fun ride. We go back to April 12th. Michael Busch delivers a game-tying base hit. In comes Dansby Swanson, and then opportunity for Carson Kelly to deliver the game winner. He indeed does just that. Time to mug Carson Kelly. And all of these taking place during this Cubs 12-game home winning streak. There's Nico delivering the walk-off sac fly as PCA streaks home. And then Dansby Swanson, his first walk-off winner in a Cub uniform. That was back on April 23rd. And then last night, Michael Conforto as a pinch hitter delivering the long ball. Little bat flip, little nod to the dugout. Time to celebrate, folks. And look closely in that scrum. You're going to see Justin Steele in there. How about that? That's kind of fun.
So Michael Conforto, the hero last night. The Cubs got another big home run last night from Seiya Suzuki. 4th inning, Cubs down 3-0, and Seiya absolutely unloads north of 450 feet.
Yeah, second longest home run of his career, not just last night. He's been on a heater over the last 12 games. Seiya batting .391, a slugging percentage of .804, and 6 long balls for Suzuki. And he's been wearing out left-handed pitchers, and that's what the Reds are featuring here tonight.
Pitching matchup, it will be Jameson Taillon and Andrew Abbott on the mound for their respective teams. When we continue, JD's Keys, it's all coming up.
3 ice cold Jägermeister shots.
Reds and Cubs coming up here tonight. Time for our Keys to the Game. Brought to you by your local Hyundai dealers and JD.
Yeah, give me a break. Jameson Taillon, his breaking stuff has been really good this year. Opening salvo, their guy Andrew Abbott, he's had some first inning issues. An ERA up over 12 in the first inning of his starts. And the one guy who's had success against Abbott is that man right there, Dansby Swanson. 5 out of 14. That's a .357 batting average with 2 home runs.
When we come back, we'll have Jameson Taillon on the mound. We'll have lineups at first pitch and Taylor McGregor. It's all coming up.
My name is Karen.
It's brought to you by the Bob Locurcio Auto Group. You're going to like buying a car this way. By Circus Sports. And by your local Hyundai dealer. Find the dealer nearest you at buyhyundai.com.
What a moment last night from Michael Conforto. A huge walk-off home run. My favorite reaction was Craig Counsell post-game in the handshake line. He was giving everybody a handshake, and he says, wow. I asked him about that post-game, and he said it's just because of how hard of a situation that was for Conforto, which brings us to our Motorola Razor replay. How hard is it? Well, the last time there was a 2-out, 2-strike pinch hit walk-off home run, it was this one right here. David Bodie's grand slam to beat the Nationals in 2018. Really hard feat to accomplish. Now, why is it so hard? Well, when you look at what hitters hit with 2 strikes this season, they're hitting .169, which, as Mook Shambi likes to say, they're basically a dead duck. Then you add on the fact that Michael Conforto had not had an at-bat since last Wednesday in San Diego. He told me in order to have success in those moments, he spent a ton of time visualizing, getting prepared way before the at-bat even happens. The best thing, though, when I asked him today about his favorite text message, he said He had a college teammate text him that his son was imitating his walk-off homer for about 30 minutes after the night, guys.
Amazing night. Michael Conforto delivering, I think, the moment of the year, at least thus far.
Yeah, absolutely.
As we take a check of the Cincinnati lineup, and it is brought to you by Ford, and it'll be Friedel, Blade, and De La Cruz, Stewart, Lowe, Steer, Stevenson, McLean to start at second. Key Brian Hayes is at third, and that group is brought to you by Ford, and they'll go up against Jamison Tyler.
Yeah, some notes on the big right-hander, 213 opponent batting average against. That would be a career best. The slugging percentage, however, would be a career worst, so he doesn't give up a lot of hits, but he has allowed 9 home runs. The Cubs have won the last 4 games he has started. JMO is 2-1 with a 4.41 earned run average.
Coming off a good start against the Padres, 7 innings, 3 runs. And the first offering of the game is outside, and we are underway. Friedel, it's been a rough start. He was their engine at the top of the order last year. And that one misses. And now it's 2-0.
Friedel will ambush you every now and then. He's not going to hit a ton of home runs, but he's got a little pop in that bat. He's an outstanding bunter, so you have to be wary of the potential bunt.
He led the majors in bunt hits a season ago. Tyone falling behind 3-0. Here it comes. It's through there for a strike.
Typically, throughout his career, JMO has thrown a high percentage of first pitch strikes. That has not been the case this year. His walk rate is up a little bit.
3-1. Fly ball center field. Pro Armstrong. 1 down, but his strikeout rate is up as well, JD.
Yeah, well, we've talked a lot about zone rate and working out of the zone, trying to induce some chase. Talked about it being kind of intentional from Shota. I'm not so sure it's necessarily the case with JMO.
JJ Bleday here. One of the things we saw last year with Tyone, he added that kick change to his arsenal, and it was a really good pitch. And I think it probably caught some left-handed hitters off guard. This year, they've hit the changeup. Tommy Hotovy feels like teams may be looking for it a little bit more. He's happy with at least the numbers around the changeup in terms of execution. Bleday hit a massive homer last night. 2-0. And that's through there for a strike. JJ Bleday did not make their team at a spring training, which was called up April 25th. 2-1. That's drilled right field. Suzuki is back of the track at the wall, and it's gone. And JJ Bleday has his 4th homer of the year. And I believe he got him on a changeup.
Yeah, JJ Bleday has every intention of sticking around with the Cincinnati Reds. He's off to a scorching start since putting on their uniform, and it's the 10th home run allowed by JMO. And indeed, it is a changeup. Up being the operative word. This one's belly button high. JMO, who fell behind Friedel, came back to get him, fell behind Bleday, and just not quite locked in yet with that release point.
And La Cruz takes downstairs.
Good looking pitch. Tall man, though, a little bit below the knees.
Here's a 1-0. And that finds the mark. Plate umpire is Jacob Metz. Bleday, by the way, has 7 hits since being recalled. 4 of them have left the park. The 1-1. Changeup fouled off.
The JMO's numbers are really weird, interesting, however you want to phrase it. Left-handed batters batting just .211 against them, but they had a .456 slugging percentage coming into play.
The pitch. Through there for a strike, and De La Cruz frozen pizza. AbbVie and the Chicago Cubs are teaming up to strike out cancer. Roughly 241 Americans are diagnosed with cancer every hour. For each Cubs strikeout at Wrigley Field this season, AbbVie will donate $241 to Cubs charities. AbbVie, people, passion, possibilities. Frozen pizza.
Yeah.
2 down now. Here's Sal Stewart. Reds have the early lead. And that one grounded up the middle. Nico Horner and Dansby Swanson almost collide. And Stewart will take a big turn. It'll be a base hit.
Yeah, I think if anybody was going to make a play on this ball, it would have been Dansby. Nico got there first. Would have been a very difficult throw to make. Unfortunately, no head-on collision there. It looked like we were going to get one there for a moment.
There are Gold Glovers. The intersection point. First one is upstairs to Nathaniel Lowe.
Stewart, a guy who doesn't have great speed, but he has been opportunistic on the bases. He swiped 7 bags in 7 tries.
One missed. And now the count is 2-0 on Lowe.
Another guy who can beat you with a long ball. Been a big part of the Reds offense. The home run.
Just missed.
J-Mo's career record 84-61, lifetime ERA of 3.89. He has been remarkably consistent no matter where he's been. Pittsburgh, New York, now Chicago. Year number 4 for J-Mo here.
Turned out to be a very solid contract. Three-one now, and that's a strike.
Likes that arm side cutter, a little backdoor cutter, just clinging to the outside corner. If you're low in that situation, 3-1, you're looking to do damage, so you're really interested in that one.
Runner goes, swing and a miss. And Lowe is gone on strikes. Reds take the lead. It'll be Nico, Bregman, and Hack coming up. This is hard. They've done that twice. And twice when trailing after 8. So Craig Counsell's team, they've got some moxie.
Yeah, they got they know how to win. Boog is what it is.
Didn't he threaten to put everybody in jail last night?
Yes, for that very reason.
Andrew Abbott. And Nico Horner, first pitch swinging.
Hey, Abbott. He was an all-star last year, finished the year with a 2.87 ERA. That was 5th best in the NL. So far this year, not so good. Strikeout rate is way down. Walk rate is up. I mean, it's early. He's only thrown 34 innings.
Oh, and 1.
With Hunter Green on the shelf, they need this guy to be good.
They probably won't get Hunter Green back until July, maybe even August for Terry Francona's group. As Horner hits it in the air, softly right field, falling, but the catch is made by Spencer Steer. Let's check out the Cubs lineup. Horner, then Bregman, then Happ, Suzuki, Swanson, and Bush. Shaw the start at third, as Bregman is at DH, Amaya, and PCA. assignment. First pitch swinging. De La Cruz, he can really throw. Yeah, there's 2 away.
Yeah, put Ellie De La Cruz on the mound, he'd probably throw 95 miles per hour or so. Hey, what's the wind doing tonight? We're always curious to what the wind might be doing here at Wrigley Field, and it's kind of a non-factor here this evening. Very mild evening. A little bit of a breeze out there. Cloudy skies, but no real threat of any weather. You know, we had that graphic that showed that the Cubs have won twice already this year when trailing after 8. It only happened twice all last season. That gives you some idea of how rare that is.
Breaking ball in for a strike. And they count 1-1. Well, I mean, again, it's why every once in a while we'll drop in win probability on you.
Like even the bad teams rarely lose when they have a lead after 8 innings.
Danny Mueller entertaining Michael Conforto.
Everybody wants to hang around the hero.
That's right.
Danny's like, hey, can I get you coffee, Michael?
Need anything?
New pair of shoes.
I didn't realize Danny told me the other day. Danny wears a beard because John Lester told him to grow a beard.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Huh. Like John just kind of looks at you, look good in a beard, and or John just didn't like his face otherwise.
I think he loved his face.
Oh. Okay. Danny's the head clubhouse guy.
Yes, he is. Swing and a foul tip into the mitt. The catcher, Tyler Stevenson. 1-2-3. Go the Cubs. Average in positional ranks, PCA leading all outfielders. Nico is second among all second basemen. Michael Busch is second among all first basemen. I alluded to it last night. Jordan Bastian on MLB.com, Cubs.com wrote about PCA and his improvements defensively. It's crazy, but his burst is greater. That's one of the things StatCast keeps track of. His jumps are better. And when he shared it with PCA, Pete's first reaction was sick.
Outs above average is a range-based StatCast metric that measures how many outs a fielder saves compared to an average player, factoring in the difficulty and probability of making each play. So it's observational and based on positioning, how long, where the ball is hit, how long the ball is in the air, how hard it is hit. And you could be negative too. You could have a negative OAA.
Or negative FERV.
Or negative FERV.
Outs above average, by the way, is part of the recipe that goes into FERV, fielding run value. The 2-1 to Steer. And that's outside. By the way, Coop just handed me a note. You want me to read it, JD?
Yes, please.
Teams leading after 8 have a .943 winning percentage. I mean, goodness. 3-1 is in for a strike. Spencer Steer got good pops and positional versatility. He's hit 20 or more homers 3 straight years.
Yeah, he can run a little bit. He's got good speed.
Tyone ready, a 3-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
He went sinker down and then four-seamer up to finish him off. 3 strikeouts here in the early going for J-Mo, and that four-seamer has been pretty effective. When he can get it up above the hands like that, get some swing and miss, he'll get some lazy fly balls.
First one to Stevenson, in for a strike. Tyler Stevenson off to a slow start. They got a bunch of guys. And the bottom three in their order, Stevenson, McLean, and Hayes, are hitting 190, 195, and 126. And that's why they're 22nd in runs per game. Maya doing his best there to present that pitch. Here's Tyone. Tried to run that sinker back over the outside corner.
Reds actually out hit the Cubs last night. The Reds had 10 hits in the ball game, raising their team batting average for the season to 220, which is dead last in MLB.
Swing and a miss.
Fun to, as I say, it's fun to watch JMO pitch because some guys just try to beat you with stuff. But JMO's a pitcher's pitcher, moves the ball in and out, has very good command. It's curious to see his take on the whole ABS thing because command pitchers, you know, used to be able to pick away at the outside corner and maybe start to expand that zone, take the umpire with them. Less so now with the challenge system in place. Not to say that you can't do it, but probably a little tougher to do it.
Popped in the air, down the right field line. Suzuki. Seiya running out of room down there. So 2-2 on the Reds catcher. One of the things with JMO this year, it's been interesting. His whiff rate has jumped way up, and the sweeper against righties has a lot to do with it. See him listening in now. He says yes, he's ready. Comes the 2-2. Fly ball out towards right center. PCA the catch right now. There's Matt McLean now. McLean to a tough start. Swing and a miss. This guy had an unbelievable debut in 2023. He played 89 games and put up a 3.6 WAR, which is amazing. He had 290 at OPS of 864, 16 homers. And he didn't even play 90 games. And he has not resembled that player since injuring his shoulder, missing all of 2024. Last year hit 220 with 15 homers. And off to a slow start this year. 2 outs, bases empty. The 1-2.
The only time he really resembled that rookie season was this spring. He had a monster spring training. He had 509 with 7 home runs out in Arizona. And I think people in Cincinnati were like, he's back, expecting him to put up those numbers that he did his rookie year. But so far, no go.
Center field, and they're trying the wrong guy. Deep throw Armstrong there. 1, 2, 3 go the Reds. We're midway in the second. The band sounds great.
Home runs in MLB this year. Shea Langoliers leading the way at 467, but there's Seiya with the 6th longest home run. He hit that last night, 455 feet. So if you're having a long drive contest, those are your guys.
Kind of want to text Mike Petriello and just say, are you really sure the Judge homer went a foot further?
Yeah.
And say,
East Coast bias.
swing and a miss from Seiya. Last 12, he's been red hot. 6 homers, including that mammoth blast last night. Cubs down early, 1-0 on a homer by J.J. Bleday. And that one is in there for a strike.
Cubs saw Abbott 4 times last year, and he was good against them. He posted a 1.88 ERA in those 4 outings, including 7 innings of 1-hit scoreless baseball here at Wrigley back on May 30th.
Fly ball right field. Steer waiting on it. And Say retired. 1 down. And normally Abbott allows the ball in the air a lot, or generates a lot of fly balls, I guess would be a better way to say it.
Yeah, and this year he is not. His ground ball rate is up significantly, and I think I'm looking at a heat map, and I don't know how much that actually tells you, but his fastball location has not been at the top of the zone as much as it was last year. So that's probably an adjustment he's looking to make. I know it's counterintuitive for a lot of people to hear you talking about pitching and saying he needs to get the ball up, because for years I always said he needs to get the ball down. But for a guy like Abbott, he's one of those top rail guys.
All right, so let me ask you this. So we have ascertained, because of present day information, that you probably had a fastball that had good carry, good spin rate, one of those invisibles. So in hindsight, should you probably have thrown the ball more at the top edge of the strike zone than you did?
Possibly, but I felt like I threw it up there a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And a lot of times, even when I wasn't trying to.
Here's the 2-1. On the ground, Ellie De La Cruz takes it in. Throws out Dansby, 2 down. Downstairs, and here's T-Mac.
Yesterday I was interviewing Michael Busch, and when he walked over to me, his hands were red as if they had been dyed red. And I was like, what is happening here? And he said, oh, they're from my batting gloves. Come to find out, he changes his batting gloves, he told me, either every day or every other day. He said he loves the feel of a new batting glove. He's also obsessed with keeping his bat clean, so he gave a lot of love to Easton Luge, the Cubs bat boy. But I had never heard that before. I asked him, is that normal? And he says it's definitely not normal. He'll order packs of 15 to 20 gloves at a time and change them out that frequently.
So his hands get red because the new gloves, if he sweats, then they sort of bleed onto his skin?
Correct. Like you see those red gloves right there. He takes them off. They're slightly red underneath from the dye.
All right. It's a new contraption on his hand, isn't it? Guard his wrist in the back of his hand. JD, how often would you change out your batting gloves?
Once a year, probably. Just because I lost them.
2-2 to Bushy, 2 outs, space is empty. Abbott ready, fires. And a little dribbler foul. Stevenson couldn't find it. It's behind you.
You know what I like to do, Boog, on the rare occasion that I was on base, I like to hold the batting gloves in my hands like Ricky Henderson, like
absolutely.
A Steeler, you know? I felt like a ball player.
Yeah.
Like I was going somewhere.
Outside.
Whatever you do, don't go. The first bit of advice I got as a base runner from Matt Galani when I was on first.
3-2. Fly ball left field down the line, slicing into the seats.
The Cubs have worn out left-handed pitching this year. I mean, they've been good against everybody, but particularly good against lefties. They have the highest on-base percentage, the highest slugging percentage, and because of that, the highest OPS against lefties in all of Major League Baseball.
3-2. Foul chipped into the mitt of Stevenson, struck him out, and Abbott has gotten the first 6 that he has faced.
.16 ERA. They struck out 37 against 6 walks. That's most impressive. Good work, fellas.
Just want to keep Brian Hayes in for a strike. He homered last night. Hayes, who came over at the deadline last year, Gold Glove winner. He's off to a rough start. I think that came up, snuck underneath and got him in the Adams out.
Yeah, that's no fun at all. See that little extended piece, but it was able to sneak its way up underneath.
Dick Frangella had athletic trainer out just to check on him. For a time, catchers would wear what ultimately was called a Jaeger guard. It was that piece that was attached to the bottom of the mask and then would dangle down, in part to prevent that from happening. I think it actually, Steve Jaeger started wearing it because he was in the on deck circle and like a shard of bat got him in the neck, and then he invented it, and then or someone did for him. Popped up. Corner ranging out. Nico waves his arms and makes the catch. So Ke'Bryan Hayes retired. There's one away, and back to the top of the order for T.J. Friedl. John Shambi and Jim Deshaies along with Taylor McGregor. Mike Leary, our producer. Is Mike Fox directing? Yeah, he is. We got some amazing shots last night at the end of the game.
You know, it turned out to be a lovely night at the ballpark. We had to sit through a lengthy rain delay, but it turned out to be a great night and an unbelievable finish to that ball game.
It just felt like it was, really good. The delay was good team bonding for BU and T-Mac. Just sat up here. You really were grinding on notes. I was prepping, crushing popcorn. Emily was yelling at us. 2-0. That's off the outside edge.
Fell behind Friedl first time, and now he's got to work his way back again.
The 3-0. Sir, yeah. ABS challenge is powered by T-Mobile. What do you think, JD?
I think it's a strike.
Me too.
Yeah.
Bam!
Which is a strike. Chicago has 2 charges remaining.
JD, I have a prediction.
Yep.
I think probably a good 30-40 games from now, I'm going to turn this thing into like Richard Dawson and do the show me strike. Right side, Horner takes it in, goes to first, and there's 2 away.
Nice challenge, Miguel Amaya. Keeps the at-bat alive, and they get their man. Good nod from J-Mo saying, way to go, pal. Amaya nods back as if to say, I got you. I got your back. Look at those numbers. Good Lord.
Wow. Jay Bleday was a big-time player at Vanderbilt. Orleans drafted him. I think he was 4th overall in the draft in 2019. Yeah. Trying to get in his kitchen. JD, his slash line in a college season, his junior year, his draft year. I'm going to give it to you in a second. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. This is J.J. Bleday's season. In 71 games, he had 27 homers and slashed 347, 465, 701.
Yeah, that's
in the SEC.
Yeah, that's against some really stout competition.
Here comes a 1-2. And that changeup missed.
Last season, Bleday played 98 games for the Athletics, hit .212 with 14 home runs.
2-2 now. And the pitch. Got him reaching on a changeup, softly hit left field. And Happ charges in to make the catch. Taillon is set down 7 in a row. And it's Matt Shaw up to hit. Abbott deals. And a breaking ball just clipped the edge, according to Jacob Metz. Line drive, ripped right center field, and that's going to touch down for a hit. Shaw thinking about 2 on his way there. Save! So he had ideas about second base almost immediately.
Yeah, and he maintained that idea even though he stumbled after rounding first base. He was able to right the ship and get in there just ahead of the throw. This double brought to you by Elgin Hyundai, home of the 20-year at 200,000-mile warranty on every new car. Reds are going to challenge this one.
All right, so taking a second look. Second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine.
Yeah, he's out.
Yeah, I think so.
That little stumble cost him. Great swing too after that slow curveball to get on top of that high heater.
Yep.
And hit it the way he did to right was really impressive. I think this one's going to go against the Cubs. Abbott dropped that slow curve in there for strike 1. Throws the fastball. They're trying to get it in. They didn't get it in, but it's well up above the strike zone. Good long look at it back in New York.
I mean, it's ridiculous how close this is.
Yeah.
And there. I mean, is that showing? I mean, it looks like his glove is touching him and his hand hasn't hit the base yet.
Yeah, and remember the call on the field was safe.
Yeah.
They may determine that there's not enough there. Even if they feel like he's probably or likely out, there might not be enough. We're going to find out.
After view, the call on the field is overturned. Runner is out. Cincinnati will retain.
Well, that took a while. And my guess would be that if
I'd love to have a conversation to go on. I don't think Shaw appreciated it that much.
no. First one to Miguel Amaya is in there for a strike. Here comes the 0-1.
Let's take another look at Matt rounding first base. Gonna adjust his steps a little bit and then starts to spin out, decides to go for it anyway.
Amaya hits that into the air right field and Steer out number 2.
Remember Lonnie Smith?
Skates?
Skates, yeah, Lonnie. When he played, they called him Skates because he was always stumbling out there on the base pass.
If you're wondering, and I'm sure you are, by sprint speed, the fastest guy on the team is PCA. Next fastest is Matt Shaw, and he's not that far behind.
Right there.
Numbers on Pete Crow Armstrong. And that's through there for a strike. Coop telling me Lonnie Smith played in 5 World Series for 4 different teams.
Sounds like a trivia question.
Left field, Leday pulls it down, and that's the end of the bottom of the 3rd.
Atlanta, St. Louis, Atlanta.
Was able to pick off Ellie De La Cruz at first. Now this moment coming because Cubs bench coach Ryan Flaherty decided to deploy a little bit of a different strategy, having Bushy stand in front of De La Cruz. And we documented after the pickoff, everybody celebrating Flash in the dugout because of all the hard work. But Boog, JD, the man whose reaction I was most curious to get, this was last night, everybody excited for Flash, was of course Ed Flaherty, the Hall of Fame baseball coach. So I asked Flash today, what did your dad have to say? And he said he texted me, nice pickoff. And I was like, that was it? And I was like, wait a second. When's the last time he told you nice pickoff? He said, I don't think ever. So it was the first time Ed Flaherty liked it. That means Flash is doing something right.
Sure, yeah.
High praise.
Get the seal of approval from Coach Flaherty. That's a good sign.
That was really cool. Two and one on De La Cruz, who struck out looking his first time. That's in there for a strike, 2-2.
J-Mo working with the fastball. It's averaging about 91, 92 miles per hour. It gives you a lot of different looks. Cutter, the sweeper, the curve, the change. You throw both a sinker and a 4-seam fastball. And he has outstanding command. That's the key to his game. Mix it up and hit spots. Kind of old school.
2-2. Bush foul out of. Yeah, you like watching him pitch, right?
I do, because he pitches. I mean, and I have no grievance with other guys.
Totally get it.
We all like the guy who could throw 98 miles per hour, but I like watching guys whose fastball, the velo might be a little bit short, so they have to really work a ball game.
And he's got a really good idea about what he's trying to do. Kevin Tyle's a pretty darn good self-evaluator. And he is always working. Works with a mental skills coach, Ryan Kane. Does a lot of journaling. Two. A little roller along first. Bush will grab it and then dive at the base. Well done, Michael. 1 up, 1 down.
Yeah, tricky little play there with that slow roller. De La Cruz can really run. She's kind of debating whether to try to go get the ball, make a tag. And it's time to watch that play develop.
I think a smart choice right there.
Yeah.
Here's Sal Stewart now.
The other play there is to charge that ball more aggressively and then have to flip it to J-Mo covering, and that could have been an awkward little flip at a bad angle. That's some good cheese. So J-Mo's getting over there, and if Bushy keeps going, one, there's got a potential collision.
On the ground, that's to short. Swanson to Bush, and there's 2 away. JD, how about some mound ball?
Yeah, bring it on.
Time now to play mound ball, presented by Tasty Trade. The ball stayed on the mound. Cubs season ticket holder Julie Chickfora would have won the $1,000 Tasty Trade jackpot. Unfortunately, it did not. Tasty Trade stocks, options, futures, crypto. Julie, we're sorry. Jacob Metz,
that's
sorry.
Way too much club.
Line drive over the leaping Swanson. Lowe just got it past Dansby.
An off-speed pitch and an off-speed line drive, just a little floater. And Dansby trying to time his leap, just comes up a little bit short.
Two outs, man aboard, and it is Spencer Steer. It's a line drive and a base hit out into right field. Lowe will stop at second. Back-to-back two-out hits.
Like a cutter, just trying to get the jump on Steer.
Two on, two out. Reds lead 1-0, top of the fourth, and it's Tyler Stevenson. Stevenson flied to center his first time up. Tyone deals. And that one bends down and away. Here comes a 1-0. Check swing, appeal to first, did not go. That was Tom Hanahan down there. The 2-0 pitch. Right through there for a strike.
Yeah, boy. That's it from Stevenson. A couple guys on base. 2-0 heater right through the heart of the zone. J-Mo's thrown enough cutters and sweepers that he wasn't convinced he'd see a heater there.
Low at second, Steer at first. 2-1 now. Right there, 2-2. They burned that four-seam right over the inside corner. Run of the game in the first inning, a J.J. Bleday solo homer. Tyone trying to pitch out of the jam. 2 on, 2 out. The 2-2. Stevenson wouldn't chase. Stevenson, first round pick of the Reds back in 2015. He's been their everyday guy for a while now. 3-2, 2 outs, 2 aboard. And the pitch. And that is ball 4. Amaya will challenge.
Catcher challenging the call of ball.
Worth a shot. With a couple of guys on. It's a ball. It's bases loaded. And it just missed. That's the one I was talking about earlier. Command pitchers in this system.
Pitch the ball. Chicago has 1 challenge remaining.
I mean, before you used to be able to take an umpire. Greg Maddux is the greatest example. Tommy Glavine, right? Bang away, down the way, outside corner at the knees. Get a call right on the edge, expand, and go a little bit further out, and just live out there. And the umpires it's not like they're giving you anything. You've just basically reestablished a strike zone. Kind of take the umpire with you. It's a little tougher to do now, I think.
Well, I agree. I think it's continuously gotten tougher to do. I think that the strike zone has gotten more standardized. You know, back in the day, guys had their own zone, right? You had a better idea that some guys called on the outer edge more, et cetera, and it was more extreme in that way.
You would go into a series and you'd sit in the dugout when you weren't pitching, and if your start was 2 days away, you'd look out at second base to see who was there, because that's who's going to have the plate on your start day. And if it was like Frank Pulley out there at second base, you're like, yes.
Right.
Frank was a real wide zone.
Budweiser broadcast booth, by the way. This Bud's for you for 150 years, Cubs fans. That's right. Deal 1. Yeah, I think the zone is tightening up. One of the things as well, I mentioned Baseball Prospectus wrote a piece the other day about how the outside corner to lefties had consistently been bigger, and it is not as much now. In the air, left field, Hack waiting on it, comes in, and Ian has it. Reds leave him loaded. Jamison Tile pitches out of the jam.
Stepping into the batter's box. If you've watched Nico at the plate, you've probably seen him take off his helmet and look inside. And if you're wondering what he's looking at, well, we will show you. It is a target, an eye target, if you will. So what he does is he looks at those two black dots, and he's essentially trying to get his eyeballs to work together. And he says right before he steps into the batter's box, for him, it's all about visualization, visualizing what the pitch will look like, even the feel of the pitch. So he does a lot of eye training every single day before he steps foot on the field. But the minute he steps into the batter's box, or right there before, he really just wants to get the feel and the idea of what to look for, Boog.
Pitch downstairs. The guy that actually he learned it from is that guy, Ian Hack, who originally got it from Tommy La Stella, who had done the eye training work. And I mean, look, for them, it's stuff that has worked for those two guys. They believe in it. But it just underlines the amount of things these guys do to try to get better nowadays.
And every little edge.
Every little edge. It's good stuff, T-Mac. Line drive, rip, left center field. And the eyes are working great for Nico. Big turn and a man aboard.
Yeah, second time through now. We'll see if the Cubs are able to get to Abbott. This one's down off the end of the bat a little bit, but still able to lift it and line it to left. Nico came in to this game batting .356 against left-handed pitching.
There's Alex Bregman now. Bregman 0 for 1, grounded out his first time. Cubs down 1-0. Abbott with a man at first, and there's a strike to Bregman.
Alex getting half a night off here tonight, DHing instead of playing the field. Had a double and drew a walk in last night's game.
Off the inside edge. Right there, 3-1. Bregman's been an all-star 3 different times. He's won a Gold Glove.
He's a guy that can get on top of that high fastball.
The 3-1. Foul out of play. And I think if you know, for Bregman, you look at his numbers are really similar. Not the rate stats or the counting stats, but the other stuff in terms of, you know, really looking under the hood. The main issue he's had is launch angle. It's just a little lower than what he'd want it to be. He's hitting the ball pretty hard. 3-2. Abbott. And that is ball 4. Downstairs and Taylor.
And Boog, we've documented with Bregman how he's all about the way that it looks. So when he's in the cage, he has somebody film him from the side. And he told me the other day what he's looking for specifically is the way his body is opening up. So right now he feels like his body is opening up too soon. So he's really just trying to get the look and make sure that timing and the body do not open up too soon. And then from there, it'll be a feel thing. But as you mentioned, he wants to hit the ball in the air and not so much on the ground.
Saw Ian Happ shortening the bunt there. Bregman is at first. Horner is at second. 0-1 on Ian, who struck out swinging his first time. Good eye right there. The 1-1. Tight. And now 2 balls and a strike. The Cubs trying to come up with a win and make it 7 in a row overall. 13 in a row at home. And 17 out of 20.
Abbott trying everything here. Changeup, couldn't get him to chase. Threw the fastball up and in. Couldn't get him to bite on that one. Then comes back with that good curveball as Ian looks to extend his on-base streak. He's reached safely 25 consecutive games now.
Two, and he got him swinging. He went upstairs, and he's gotten Happ twice.
Real good job by Abbott moving this ball up and down and staying out of the danger zone. Never gave him anything in the heart of the zone to swing at, and Ian got a little anxious. Went after that high heater.
And now it's Seiya Suzuki. Two on, 1 out. Pitch to Seiya. And that's through there for a strike. Cubs as a team, the 5th lowest strikeout rate in the majors, 3rd highest walk rate. Those are 2 things you really want. Ball to strike now.
Get back here. If there was a second base coach, that's what he would say. I don't know why first and third get a coach, but second doesn't. Seems unfair.
It does seem unfair. And do you believe that back works?
No. I would say the only time like get back works is if they're trying to back pick at first base.
Yeah.
The first baseman's way back and he starts to come in. And a conventional pickoff move, if the base runner is not moving before he hears back from the coach,
yes,
he's toast.
Swing and a miss, and Seiya comes up empty that time. Now 2-2. I still like getting texts from Joe Girardi where on a play at first he will say, I'm not sure that they would have gotten that out if they hadn't yelled get over.
Get over there, yeah. I was thinking to Joe when that ground ball that Bushy fielded earlier.
Abbott stepping off. Andrew Abbott, 26 years old, from South Boston, Virginia. He's from Southie. Second rounder out of UVA in 2021. On the ground, diving play, Hayes to second. And the return to first not in time. And Ke'Bryan Hayes and that outstanding defense on display right there.
Yeah, they're pretty well covered on that side of the infield with De La Cruz and Hayes. Does such a good job, not just fielding this, but staying upright enough, right? It didn't go down. He stayed on his knees and left himself in a pretty good throwing position.
So first and third. And Dansby Swanson at the plate. Swanson grounded to short his first time up. On the ground to third. Hayes has it. Goes the short way to McClain, and the Cubs not able to score. End of 4. It's 1-0.
to celebrate Mexican heritage. Fans who purchase tickets through the Cubs.com/specials page will receive a special edition Cubs Mexican heritage jersey.
Ke'Bryan Hayes fouls away the first pitch here in the 5th. Reds lead at 1-0. A first inning homer from J.J. Bleday. Tyone delivers. On the ground, Swanson. Folks, for a limited time, you can purchase an ALS t-shirt from Obvious Shirts at ivyshop.com. All proceeds benefit Project Main Street, a nonprofit dedicated to assisting those living with ALS. Head over to Ivy Shop now to get yours. Really cool stuff. Wear it on Lou Gehrig Day, June 2nd. Come on out to that game against the Athletics. Raise some awareness for ALS. Appreciate folks at Ivy Shop, Cubs, putting that together, and of course Joe at Obvious Shirts. 1 up, 1 down, and TJ Friedl. It was cool, Brendan Hunt wearing the ALS shirt last night when he did the 7th inning stretch.
He did a fantastic job.
Yeah, he did. There's something about that guy.
Embellished Chicago accent he had.
Yeah, it was great. He's always got good energy. Friedl here, 0 for 2. Yeah, that one downstairs. You know, J-Mo would love to get it reset and put his team back in the dugout quickly.
He's been working behind on Friedl all night long. Hasn't hurt him yet. Won't hurt him here.
Horner takes it in.
J-Mo, his last start in San Diego, was cruising, man. He went 14 up, 14 down to start that game. In 7 innings, allowed 3 runs, couple of home runs. A solid effort from Tyone. Nobody's getting Bleday out these days.
No.
A little sink piece down and away. A little ground ball to Nico. I think, Miguel, you agree? Change up.
2 outs, base is empty. Reds lead 1-0. Tyone back at it. Ball and a strike. What's on your mind, Jim?
I'm going back to that too soon. Try to cut her. Give him the old razzle dazzle. You won't be ready for that.
2-1. What would have constituted the razzle dazzle?
I don't know, one of those Bugs Bunny change-ups.
3-1. Right through there for a strike, and that's a cutter.
Maybe you know, maybe a pitch that breaks one way and then the other.
Yeah.
Like a putt on a crazy green.
Makes me think, do you ever see the movie Stripes with Bill Murray?
Oh, yeah.
Where they're doing the
razzle dazzle.
Razzle dazzle. 3-2. See you later. Thanks for coming. 1-2-3 for Jamison Tyone. Michael Busch coming up to hit. Cubs down a run. Busch, Shaw, and Amaya against Andrew Abbott. Good old-fashioned pitcher's duel so far here tonight.
Abbott's got all of his weapons working here tonight. Good breaking ball there. Just slid off the outside corner. The changeup's been good. He's been able to locate his fastball in and out. Got the best chance last inning. Had first and second, nobody out. ultimately could not do anything with it.
Fouled away off to the left.
Coming into this one, left-handed hitters have really done a lot of damage against Abbott, which you would not expect. I mean, not a huge sample. They were 14 for 32. That's a .438 batting average.
Goodness. 1-2. Line drive, base hit, right field. Michael Busch, listening into the broadcast, says we'll up that number.
Yeah, we just we gave him confidence. Said, "Oh, lefties can hit this guy." Back to the breaking ball here, and Michael does a real nice job keeping that front side in. Shaw singled to lead off the third, but was caught trying to stretch it into a double. Leadoff single in the fourth, leadoff single in the fifth.
Ball one, no strikes on Matt Shaw, who singled and then was thrown out trying to stretch it into a double. Fly ball foul. Matt Shaw tonight making his 20th start of the season. And man, JD, he's got an 801 OPS. He started at first, second, and third, center and right. That's valuable.
Yeah, he's proven to be a very versatile player.
Fly ball right field, shallow, going out. McClain makes the catch. So there's one away.
Spencer Steer kind of fills the same role for the Reds, a guy that can play all over the diamond, so gives the manager freedom to move other guys around. In this instance, he gets Bregman off his legs where he can DH. Steer can move between the infield and the outfield as well.
There's Miguel Amaya now. Swing and a miss. You hear the song Freedom by George Michael?
Yeah, I think I'm familiar. Yeah.
Really underrated song.
Were they just playing it?
No, but you talked about.
Oh, Freedom.
Yeah. Outside, yeah, I think all the 90s or 80s supermodels were, like Cindy Crawford was in it.
I think I can hear the song in my head. I don't know where else I would hear it.
It's too high. Amaya, this one is 0 for 1. And lays off that time.
Good take, number 9. So this is back in the day, you get down near the bottom of the batting order, 3-1 count. You could almost always count on a heater. Not so much now.
So Amaya will take his base.
It's interesting. Even though that was ball 4, I think that's the pitch he wanted to make. Saw Stevenson slide inside there. They were hoping to get a swing, trying to jam him, get some weak contact. The pitchers just don't want to give in with a fastball in the zone in leverage situations. If they think the guy might be sitting on a heater, Stevenson, I mean, they're just trying to paint the inside corner here at the top of the zone. Just barely missed his spot. a situation where you would think it would, you would see a pitcher be more aggressive, challenging the strike zone. They just don't like to do that.
PCA at the dish.
PCA's work against left-handed pitching has improved greatly as the season has moved along. Got a big hole on the left side. De La Cruz playing behind the bag at second.
Fouled off. That got a piece of Stevenson.
Abbott's lucky this one. It was a hanger, but it stayed out of the danger zone. Challenge.
Catcher's challenging the called ball.
Tyler Stevenson with the ABS challenge, and that will be a strike.
Calls overturned, pitches a strike. Cincinnati has 2 challenges remaining.
So now 1-2. After a pitch in the dirt, struck him out. Abbott gets PCA 2 down and back to the top of the order now.
Both these pitchers bending but not breaking tonight. There's been some opportunities, but they've been able to make big pitches to get out of trouble.
Strikeout number 4 for Andrew Abbott. JD, is that what you have? 4?
I've got 4. Yep, all swinging.
A strike to Nico.
Tomorrow it's Colin Ray versus Brady Singer. Imanaga and Lauder Thursday afternoon to wrap up this 4-game set.
On a strike on Nico, a single his last time up. Center field, Frieder back and is there to make the catch. Nico hit that one 100. Cubs leave a couple. 1-0. We'll enjoy reserve seating, snacks, a ballpark meal, and a private Yeti beverage cooler stocked for the game. Learn more at Cubs.com/premier. There it is. The old Yeti yard. Gorgeous night. After the rain last night, it turned out to be a really nice night. Jameson Taillon back at it, and he's done good work. He'll face 3, 4, 5 for the 3rd time. De La Cruz, Stewart, and Lowe. Reds a run on 4 hits. The pitch. Misses, now 2-0.
GMO's been able to pitch effectively here tonight despite falling behind a lot of these Reds hitters.
Yep.
And the Cruz taking all the way there, and it's another 3-ball count. He's had a bunch of them. 8 to be exact.
Fly ball left field. And Happ is there to make the catch. 1 away and downstairs and Taylor.
All right, Boog, I have to show you a funny moment in the dugout that unfolded in the bottom of the 5th. So Seiya Suzuki was walking down the stairs. You can barely see it. He almost fell. He turns around, safe.
Yeah. Now back by Sal Stewart. 1 out, bases empty with the youngster Stewart at the plate. Reds leading in. Sal Stewart just 22 years old. He's from Miami. He went to Westminster Christian, the same school that produced Alex Rodriguez. In high school, both Raul Ibanez and Mike Lowell participated in coaching him. Raul told me that he is the only 9th grader, Sal Stewart, that he's ever sent a video of to Andrew Friedman with the Dodgers. Mike Lowell told the Red Sox people that he was as good an amateur hitter as he had ever seen, and a guy who commands the strike zone. He delivers the slug and does so with, relative to a power guy, a low strikeout and high walk rate. This kid projects to be a beast.
And a couple of outstanding rookies in this series with he and Moises Ballesteros. Sal Stewart was the National League Rookie of the Month for the month of April. But that guy deserves a lot of consideration as well.
Here comes the 2-2.
And Ryan Flaherty was someone who knew Stewart as an amateur. Flash first met him in 8th grade. Flash was spending his off seasons in Miami training with Manny Machado, and they were connected with Stewart, and someone reaches out, you'll never believe this 8th grader, he can hit. And they were like, yeah, we'll believe it when we see it. And then they started hitting with him, and it didn't take long for them to believe it.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
He's intense. You see, he's talking to himself after every pitch.
Yep. He debuted September of last year. When you think about it, as a high school kid, he debuted in September of last year. He started game 2 of their wild card series against the Dodgers. And Craig Counsell talked about Michael Busch being an infielder and converted to first. That's what Sal Stewart is. He's mainly been a second baseman and a third baseman in the minors. He is mainly playing first base. And so, as Craig said, Matt Arnold told him, you take guys and shift them on the defensive spectrum to positions that are easier. My words, not his. You're going to get a plus defender if you're moving a second baseman, a third baseman, or a shortstop to first base.
Yeah, you got the good hands, you got the footwork.
3-2, Tyone. 1 out, bases empty. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. He went right on right changeup. I don't think Sal was looking for that.
Now look at Jamo's got a little bit of a wry smile because he had kind of emptied the tank. He tried everything against him. This is something he rarely does, and he didn't make a great pitch. It was out over the plate and up above the belt. It's like, yeah, I got away with something.
JD, I don't know that he's done it tonight, but before tonight, he had thrown 77 changeups, 2 to right-handed batters.
Yeah, it's just not something he does with any regularity.
Yeah, and that's why he was giggling out there. The 1-0. Drilled right field. That one back on its way and out of here. Nathaniel Lowe makes it 2-0. His 6th of the season.
The Reds offense has been very home run dependent. Both of their runs tonight coming on solo shots. Blade and now Lowe. Remember, they've got Eugenio Suarez currently on the IL. They brought him in to provide power. It's an offense that really hasn't hit its stride yet this year, but there are some dangerous sluggers in that lineup.
Greg Counsell had Javier Assad warming up. The Reds have scored over 50% of their runs on homers this year. Tyone done for the 9th pitching change, brought to you by Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank, it's about time.
Starting at 10 a.m. through the end of the game at Cubs.com/raffle or from a raffle ambassador at Wrigley Field through the 8th inning. They're clad in yellow.
Please say hello.
The jolly fellow clad in yellow. Happy to take your money. Javier Assad is haven't seen much of him here lately. 5 games, 19 innings, a 7.58 ERA. That inflated ERA primarily because that one outing over in Philly where they ate his lunch. He hasn't worked in 10 days.
That's in there for a strike.
So he's fresh. That sinker at 94.
2 outs, bases empty. The Nathaniel Lowe homer chasing Jameson Tyone from the game. Cubs trailing it by a couple. Assad fires. In the dirt, and Amaya stops that one. Here's a 2-2 on the ground to third. Scooping it up is Assad. Gets the 3rd out, and we'll head to the bottom of the 6th.
One to go, haven't you? You get to see Pete Crow Armstrong
and be in the Wrigley Field.
All right, so that TikTok ended up on Twitter, and man, so that kid right there, that was a couple of days ago. The game he went to was last night's game.
Oh man,
and he got a chance to see the Cubs and the Reds, who are back at it tomorrow, and the series finishes up on Thursday afternoon. Tickets still available. Come on out, Cubs.com/tickets. Maybe you'll see a walk-off homer from Michael Conforto. I love just the genuine reaction, how overwhelmed that kid was. 2-0. That misses.
Well, Reds with this 2-run lead as we enter the bottom half of the 6th. Can't be a comfortable feeling for Terry Francona, though. His bullpen's a little bit banged up. You wonder about the availability of a couple of his guys out there, namely primarily Graham Ashcraft, who's probably his best bullpen arm. He threw 28 pitches in the ball game last night, so he might not be available. Emilio Pagan, their closer, suffered the loss. He's been scuffling.
Connor Phillips getting loose in that pen. Right-hander warming up. 3-1 to Bregman. Drilled center field. Friedel is there. Alex did that. I mean, right on the nose.
Hit the ball like that kind of a launch angle, you normally get rewarded.
Yeah.
But there has not been a lot of hard contact against Abbott here tonight.
No, I think Coop, 4 hard hit balls here tonight. Now 5 hard hit balls by the Cubs. And Happ fouls one back. Ian has struck out twice here tonight.
Yeah, both times the elevated fastball getting the job done for Abbott.
Hit hard, diving stop. McClain gets it and throws him out. And a nice play by Matt McClain.
Yeah, that one was ticketed to right field. Looked like it was going to be a one-out knock for Ian Happ. McClain, a good defender out there. Quick reaction, lays out. A couple pretty good swings for the Cubs in this inning. Nothing to show for it.
Reds by outs above average are tied for 8th by DRS 23rd. So one of those, and every once in a while you'll see that, and so it's hard to kind of sort out. Okay, so are they good defensively or not? They don't make a ton of errors. First one to say is in for a strike. Suzuki 0 for 2. Cubs trail it by 2. Fly ball right field. Foul ball. One-two with 2 outs and the base is empty. Abbott ready and delivers. A little bit low. It's down and away. Seiya Suzuki, 31 years old. He'll turn 32 later this year. He's been quite a signing for Jed Hoyer. Wouldn't bite that time. 5 years, $85 million plus the $15 million posting price. I guess you throw it in there and take the posting and make the AAV $20 million a year. He's played better than $20 million.
Yeah, in today's market, absolutely.
The 3-2. Inside ball 4, and the Cubs have a base runner.
No movement from that Reds dugout the way Abbott has thrown the ball here tonight again with some questions out there in that bullpen. Terry Francona would prefer to lean on his lefty.
But you got a pretty good idea that Dansby Swanson would prefer to face a lefty, right?
Oh, absolutely. I think if Ashcraft were fresh, he might be up.
Check swing. And that's a strike. You went too far.
Hey, there was a bench clearing situation in Detroit tonight, Boog.
What happened?
Framber Valdez.
Boston and Detroit.
Boston and Detroit, yeah. Red Sox were blowing them out. They hit back-to-back home runs. One of them by Wilson Contreras.
Yeah. Line drive, base hit into center field. Dansby laces a single, and with 2 outs. There's 2 aboard, and the batter will be Michael Busch.
So 3 real good swings now in this inning. The first 2 turned into outs. Not this time. Solid line drive single for Dansby. That brings Stevenson out to the mound for a chat.
So what happened? It just...
Wilson, he may have flipped his bat after he hit his home run. Yeah, the Tigers, Valdez was out there even though he was getting lit up because they got some issues with their pitching, so they're trying to kind of keep him in the game. The home runs made it a 10-2 game, and then he drilled, Framber did, Trevor Story in the back and got ejected after the benches emptied. No punches were thrown, just A lot of machismo and yelling at each other and that kind of stuff.
Bush a single his last time up. Cubs trail 2-0. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-2. Michael would like to have that one back.
The only right-handed bat available on the Cubs bench tonight is Carson Kelly. If you were to deploy him here, probably would have seen Phillips come out of the bullpen.
Go 2. How about the Tigers? Terry Skubal out with that elbow surgery. Going to have loose bodies removed.
Yeah, you can't have loose bodies floating around in there.
No. The 1-2. Good eye by Bush. Two and two now. Suzuki at second, Swanson at first. And Bush lays off.
Well, here we go. Fans on their feet. Everybody on the move. 3-2, 2 outs. Last time it was a curveball from Abbott that Bushy lined to right for his base hit.
Abbott ready, deals. Too high, ball 4. They're loaded.
That will do it.
Terry Francona out of the dugout. And he'll summon Connor Phillips. And we've got a pitching change here. The Cubs have him loaded with 2 outs. A righty coming in. Back with a new pitcher after this. An HP. And how about Cubs pinch hitters? Cubs already have a dozen hits in the pinch, tied for first in the bigs. 364. That is tied for first. That's as a team. 2 pinch hit homers, 9 pinch hit runs batted in. And all those worst tied for first.
Yeah, moment now for Ballesteros. Connor Phillips, the right-hander, out of the bullpen. So Mo gets the nod from Craig Counsell. But the base is juiced. Big arm on this kid, throws 98 miles per hour.
See if Ballesteros hacks at that first pitch. All loaded up. Here comes. Swing and a miss.
All right, come off that bench, ready to go.
See the numbers on the rookie. And that's in there for a strike. Last one at 99. Little dribbler back to the mound. Phillips will go home, and they get the force there. So the Cubs leave them loaded. We'll head to the 7th. Take on the Columbus Clippers. Coverage begins at noon. First person that finds a picture of JD in a Columbus Clippers uniform wins 2 tickets to a game. No, I can't do that.
Columbus Clippers, ring your bell. Here's Nicky Lopez.
Take over at third.
That was their kind of their song back in the day. I don't know if they still play it or not. I bet you they do. No matter if you're winning or if they've had a spell, Columbus Clippers, ring your bell, and everybody would ring their cowbells.
People would ring cowbells.
Yeah. And they played a recorded cowbell in the ballpark, but people would ring bells too.
Assad. That's inside and a foul ball. 1 and 2 on Stevenson. Bottom third of the order. Stevenson, McLean, and Hayes. More cowbell.
They should have done a video with Christopher Walken.
Yeah, I've got a fever. And the only prescription.
There's more cowbell.
Stevenson is flied out and walked. Assad a 1-2. Got it. Went too far. Check swing, and Tom Hanahan confirms what I just told you. It's a strikeout.
Still very much a winnable game for the Cubs. Obviously, Assad's job to keep him right there. 2 batters faced, 2 outs. So even though he hadn't pitched in 10 days, no sign of any rust here for Javi.
Oh, 1 to Matt McClain. McClain is fly to center, fly to left. And there's a strike. Jameson Tyle did good work. 2 runs in 5 2/3 innings. Here's a 1-2. Right field. Suzuki in, now back, and makes the grab.
Yeah, this last turn through the rotation, plus a couple, been really good. The previous time through, there was a couple of rough outings. The Dodgers did some damage.
Yep.
Really good through tail end of that Padres series and through the Diamondback. I think the starters allowed just 4 runs in the 3 games to the Diamondbacks.
Breaking pitch misses down and away to Ke'Bryan Hayes. And there's a strike.
I feel like there's been some pitches last night and tonight to Hayes where he thought they were challengeable, but he's probably thinking, I probably shouldn't do it.
The 1-1. Popped up right side. Nico Horner makes the grab, and we're stretching. 7th inning stretch. It is brought to you by Budweiser. For 150 years. This Bud's for you.
For Take Me Out to the Ball Game, representing the Chicago Sky and Chicago Stars FC, Gabriela Jaquez, Laura Desmond, and Michelle Alosier.
All right, Cubs fans, let me hear ya. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball.
Nothing in the bottom of the 7th. And Connor Phillips steals the strike to Miguel Amaya. Miggy 0 for 1 with a walk. And he swings and misses.
Pretty nasty there, Boog. Lane changer. Sweeper at 87. How much horizontal movement, late movement. It started in the Paul Lynn square and broke outside the Charlie Weaver box.
Yeah. All right, let's check this out. Boog, JD, what do I win? Alexander, Owen.
Yeah. Woo!
Wow.
Wow. These are my Sally Jesse Raphael glasses.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Mike Leary gave me the choice. T-Mac, you all right down there?
That just hit me.
Did it?
Ricocheted.
And all anybody cares about is like,
Give me
right
the ball,
here, give me the ball. Hit me in the forehead. Give me the ball.
Ma'am.
Ma'am, please.
Please.
Ma'am.
Ricochet. I don't know. I put my hand like this.
Batter challenges to call a strike.
Here's the kid.
I don't think he intended to challenge. Oh, he was like, no, I didn't know contact. Got it right.
He's still smiling. 1-1. Back up the middle of the base hit. How do you not love that kid?
Good challenge, non-challenge challenge, PCA. 108 miles an hour off the bat. Came in hard, went out harder. Not easy to do on that pitch up there. Good level swing, top hand. Delivers a lash.
It's you, JD, top hand.
Top hand in
They're
it.
hitting videos.
Yeah. Throw that head, Boog. Lead with the knob, throw the head, get on top.
Stay inside the ball.
Stay inside the ball. Get on the backside of that baseball.
Really enjoy working with you.
I'll break down some hitting for you.
Runner goes, pitch. And the throw to second is too late.
Mets have not been doing a whole lot of running here lately. This is stolen base number 7 for Pete. He's successful 7 out of 10 now. He had a huge aggressive lead. Not even close. As long as he maintains contact with the bag.
Cubs are 10th in the NL in total stolen bases, tied for 19th in the majors in total steals. But they're 4th in stolen base percentage. Remember last year, the thing about their attack that was so formidable was the fact that they stole a ton of bases and did it at a super high rate. Last year, they were 3rd in the majors in steals, 2nd in the majors in stolen base percentage. So still doing it at an efficient clip, but it's not as many. Ball 4. So Nico takes his base. And it'll bring up Alex Bregman. Reds lead it 2-0.
Patience is a virtue. Coming into this outing, Phillips had pitched 17 2/3 innings and walked 19 batters.
Sweeper kind of backed up, but it found the mark. 0-1. Line drive, base hit left field. Here's PCA coming home. PCA to the plate, he's in. RBI single, Alex Bregman, and the Cubs within 1. It's 2-1.
Cubs got the magic working here at Wrigley these days. It's feeling like this could be another one of those nights. Bregman lined out to center last time. Hits it hard again here. No hesitation at all from Quentin Berry.
Derek Johnson, the pitching coach, out to the mound. Sam Moll, the lefty, is up and throwing, and he's getting hot. Ian Happ will turn around and hit left-handed for the first time tonight.
Yeah, so I think that's probably a pretty good indication that Ashcraft's not available tonight. I think he would be up getting ready for Suzuki.
Spin and a bluff. First one to Happ, and that one downstairs at 99. Ian 0 for 3, a couple of strikeouts. Cubs within one. The tying run is at second. That's Nico. Bregman's at first. The kick, the 1-0. And he lays off.
With his eye and walk rate, and given the struggles with control that Phillips has exhibited, walk here is a fairly likely outcome.
2 balls, no strikes. The pitch. Woo. With 2-0 sweeper.
And he got off a good one.
Really good. So now 2-1 on Happ. 2 aboard. Too low. 3-1. Cubs with a run in, looking for more. Foul, and that'll move off out of play.
Get the sense Phillips has better command of his breaking ball than he does his fastball. The bullpen woes for the Reds over their last 8 games, 34 runs, 31 in the third. Enough to get Terry Francona rocking back and forth. And
yeah, no question. I mean, there are 2 righties coming up, and they get a lefty up. 3-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. So Happ down on strikes and a big punch out for Phillips.
Yeah, he got off 3 real good sweepers. And then at bat with Ian.
So here's Seiya, 2 on, 2 out. Cubs down a run. Sweeper for a strike. Seiya 0 for 2 with a walk. And the 0-1. Too low. Ball to strike. Check swing, called strike. Just got the top edge of the zone at 99. Well, now he's got to come back with that sweeper, right?
I would think.
The 1-2. Nope. Nope.
Cheesed him up. So funny, we're anticipating a sweeper, the guy that throws 99 miles per hour.
Yep. 1-2 off the outside edge, and a good take by Seiya. Cubs trail it by a run. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Porter's at second. Bregman at first. The 2-2. On the ground at short. De La Cruz gets it to second. They get the force. And that'll do it for the Cubs. They get a run on the board. They're within 1 as we enter the 8th. Official vehicle of the Chicago Cubs. By Prevagen, made for the brain. And by Wintrust, different approach, better results. Jacob Webb will take over on for the 15th time, 4.26 ERA. A good changeup. Frieda spoils a fastball foul, and it's 0-1.
And we last saw Jacob on Friday, I guess it was, game 1 of the series against the Diamondbacks. He pitched 2 innings and picked up the save in that 6-5 Cub win.
There's the changeup, missed upstairs. Swing and a miss. Frieda low for 3. Last year did a really good job setting the table, getting on base. He's done a good job with that in his career. To rough start this year. It's low. His on base percentage is .270. Big league average is .322.
Not what you're looking for in your leadoff man, right? As you mentioned, throughout his career, he has been solid. Lifetime on base percentage of .339.
His stance gives me very much, remember Brian Giles?
Yeah, sure do.
Brian Giles vibes. TJ not quite as stocky as Brian. He was a really good player for a number of years. Nobody on, nobody out. We're in the 8th. Reds lead this game by a run. It's 2-1. Chop to the right side. Bush to Webb, and he got over.
Way to get over there. 6,532 times you do it in spring training, paying off. Then you have to think about it. Just instinct. I'm getting over there. But just in case you forgot, Miguel Amaya was letting him know.
All the pitchers were out. This was yesterday doing a bunch of PFP stuff. I'm not sure how frequently they do it or how they decide when they're going to do it, but a whole lot of them out there throwing the bases.
Working on pickoff moves.
Well, working on your pickoff. Center field, Pete Crow Armstrong makes the grab, and Bleday hit that really well.
Yeah. Hey, Cub fans, there are now more ways to watch the lovable reunion with David Ross and Anthony Rizzo. Oh, look at those crazy guys. New episodes drop every Tuesday on their YouTube channel and now premiere every Wednesday after Cubs postgame live on Marquee. You can also stream it anytime on the Marquee app. Yes, it's Bosom Buddies and it's back.
I just saw Riz the other night in my travels. Saw him at the Sunday night game. And I know he and Rossi have been having a lot of fun doing that podcast. They're going to have an event too at the Chicago Theater sometime like after the All-Star break.
Yeah. Do they have a theme song? I feel like they need a theme song.
What should it be?
I don't know. It's something goofy and fun. And
well, maybe Riz should pick it since his walk-up music was always picking bangers, right? Although Rossi's walk-up was It Takes Two. That didn't work for the two of them. What do you got, T-Mac?
I liked Riz's walkout for a theme song. Dun, dun,
dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
I'll start banging on the top rail of the dugout.
Yeah, right. That is
that.
Wasn't it Starlin Castro's originally? I think it was Starlin Castro used that, and then Anthony adopted it.
Okay, and now it can be adopted for their theme song.
Yeah.
Bounce to first. Bush knocks it down, and then Webb not able to get there in time as De La Cruz reaches. You'll see that likely will be an error on Bush.
Yeah, that's going to be an E3 on Michael, who's been so good down there. It takes a little bit of a funky hop that first bounce, but he was in position, just clanked it on the backhand, and then he knows he's got a speedy guy going. I think he took a peek up to find De La Cruz and lost the handle on the baseball. By that time, it was too late anyway.
Too late.
See how they choose to hold De La Cruz in this situation. Last night, Bushy was playing well off the bag and ultimately able to pick him off over there. Looks like he's going to stay anchored to the base here.
So Bushy pump up the volume on PitchCom.
Webb has no hesitation of throwing that right on right change. His changeup is so good. It was a changeup from Jamison Tyone that struck out Stewart last time he was up there.
The 0-1.
Slow him down with the changeup and beat him with the heater.
Stewart 1 out of 3. Swing and a miss. Stewart is gone, and Webb does the job. Dansby Swanson up to bat when we return. The Cubs down by 1. Reds lead at 2-1. Leday and Lowe have each hit solo homers. Bregman an RBI single for the Cubs run in the 7th. Tyone was solid 5 2/3. And the 2 runs allowed. So we go bottom 8. New pitcher for the Reds will be Tony Santillan.
Yeah, the big righty off to a good start this year. 14 2/3 innings, a 2.45 ERA. He's allowed 4 runs this season, 3 of those coming in 1 outing. He started his year with 11 consecutive scoreless. Fastball velocity is down a couple miles per hour for the big fella. It's fastballs and curveballs. A whole lot of right-hander out there. Listed at 6'3", 285.
Dane Myers takes over in center, and it bumps Friedel to left. Down the line, but foul. There's TJ Friedel.
Brian Hayes guarding the line at third. It used to be years ago in situations like this late game 1-run lead, you would guard both lines, and then after a while teams kind of got wise and said, how often is this guy going to hit the ball right down the first base line?
2-1 into center field, coming on Myers. Swanson retired. Fly ball, right field. That one back. We are tied. Michael Busch unloads.
After dealing with the lefty all night, he finally gets his eyes on a right-hander and wastes no time. Shall we? Home run replay brought to you by Toyota, official vehicle of the Chicago Cubs. Came in on a dugout, ready to swing, got a first pitch fastball, and unloaded. And number 3 for Bushy.
Hugs. Michael Conforto will pinch hit. And that in for a strike. In.
He delivered the moment of the year last night. Michael Conforto did as a pinch hitter. The walk-off. Party time.
Bedlam. To Conforto. First walk-off homer, he said, of his life. Certainly was in the majors. And that's strike 3.
Go ahead, Michael. Challenge. He started the challenge and didn't, and he should have. Watch. That's tough though.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's tough. I think to me that shows a guy who hasn't played that much, right?
Yeah, right.
Maya takes downstairs. It's just not easy. That's why, like Craig Counsell has said it, but I think it's fair in terms of how close these pitches are. Michael Conforto's got a little bit on his plate at the time. The Santion's coming after him with breaking pitches and fastballs.
Yeah, pinch hitting in the bottom of the 8th inning in a 2-2 ball game.
And the pitch misses by 0.2 of an inch. And I mean, again, look, it's your choice, but my thought is, yeah, you probably got to extend a little bit of grace to the idea. What are you doing not challenging, right?
Oh, of
On
course.
A pitch at 99 that's 0.2 of an inch off the plate. The 2-1. But it feels like a video game.
Mm-hmm.
(3-1) to Amaya. 3-2.
Heck, we had Manny Gonzalez behind the plate challenge himself.
That's
after a call. Tapped his own head.
3-2.
We'll get our first look at Daniel Palencia in a long while in the 9th.
Left field, well struck. Oh, and Friedel dropped it. Wow. And the inning continues. It'll be an E7.
About as routine as you're going to get. Miguel stopped running going down the first baseline. He assumed he was out. I think he gets to second base if he's running hard anyway.
Yeah, I think you're right, but Friedel, who began the game in center and just moved over there. ECA a single his last time. Here comes hit, fair ball, caught by Stewart, and that is out number 3. But Michael Busch gets a hold of one. Beautiful. 2-2. Busch has tied this game up. It's 2-2, and we head to the 9th. And welcome back Daniel Palencia on for the 6th time. And a swing and a miss and a fastball at 101. Last appeared in a game on April 12th. Went on the IL with initially they thought an oblique strain. Turned out to be a mild lat strain. But he is back and he is bringing it. It's 0-2. Bregman, who started the game as a DH, is into the game now at third. So the Cubs are without the DH the rest of the way. And Palencia will hit in the 7th spot. I don't think you're going to get a chance to see him.
No, that's probably not going to happen. Carson Kelly, the lone bat that remains.
Bounce to the right side. Horner charges, flips to first, and there's one away. And it's one of the things, you know, from a strategy standpoint, Craig Counsell can do stuff like this. Like there are other moves you wouldn't be willing to do because back before the runner at second base rule, you could play forever. And now, because you have a pretty good idea the game isn't going to go much longer than 11, maybe 12.
You're not as concerned about losing that DH and having a pitcher taking that bat that you'd rather not see. And it's also, you know, it's a function of coming from behind. You have to use more resources when you're coming from behind.
Swing and a pitch down and away. Who knows? Maybe we'll see a pitcher hit, put down a bunt.
Send Colin Ray up there. You know they're all angling for it. Boyd and Ray and those guys. Hey, you know, you need me.
Yeah, if you need me, I
want Shota to get in that bat.
Yeah. Shota wants it at bat. Popped up. Right side, Michael Busch, foul ground. Bushy. Out number 2. Folks, Abby and the Chicago Cubs are delivering $241 for every Cubs strikeout at Wrigley this year. Cubs with 7 strikeouts, helping Abby's Striking Out Cancer Initiative, AbbVie People Passion Possibilities. Two outs and a slider to Tyler Stevenson.
Top of the order due for the Cubs in the bottom of the ninth.
Corner Bregman hat.
Sounds like a winner. Emilio Pagan is up in the Reds bullpen. Been a rough go for him so far this year, including giving up the game-winning home run to Michael Conforto last night.
Stevenson with a walk sandwiched between a flyout and a strikeout, so he's 0 for 2. Valencia 2-1. Now 3-1. Three-one pitch. Line drive, base hit over the leaping Dansby Swanson. 2 outs and a man aboard.
Challenge fastball, and Stevenson was up to the challenge, delivers a solid single. They'll pinch run for him. I'm assuming that's done. The speedster.
Can confirm.
Pitch ran and stole a bag in last night's game.
Yep. Very fast. Clearly no relation to Adam Dunn. Valencia long hold. Plain 0 for 3. He's flied out 3 times, to center, to left, to right. Dunn not going. Pitch inside.
It was an interesting perspective, that shot we had of Dunn taking his lead with the clock ticking down, you know, within his line of sight. So it's almost like a race. You know, you're waiting for the green light to go. Valencia does a good job, though, varying his times, and you can only do so much now with the pitch clock, right? But he does a good job of holding the baseball, varying his times to the plate, not only with the man on base, but when there's nobody on base, just to upset the rhythm of the at bat for the hitter.
Line drive out towards left center. Half sliding, and he made the grab. Next play, Ian. Top of the order when we come back. Nico Horner will start it off.
Long ball, first pitch he sees from Tony Santillan, pumps it way up into the bleachers, 427 feet. Score your next flight at aa.com. A happy guy, going for a leisurely jog. Now it's win time for the Cubs. The veteran right-hander Emilio Pagan. Been a rough go for him, as we mentioned. 14 games, 14 innings, an ERA of 6.43. He's already failed to convert 3 of his save chances.
Pagan gave it up to Conforto last night. Here's Nico to start the bottom of the 9th. 2-2. Ball 1. Oh. And Pagan
just blew out a hammy.
Wow.
Didn't look like just a little tug, did it?
No.
I looked.
Yeah, and he's in some pain.
Yeah. We're going to bring a card out here.
I'll say Trevino, the catcher, was the first out there.
I think I see Derek Johnson mouth Franco to get Franco up. Graham Ashcroft was throwing in the bullpen, but I think they're trying to stay away from him. I think Ashcroft was just getting up, assuming that he might be the guy. But
so they are going to bring the card out. And Franco's going to just come in from the pen and begin his warm-ups on the mound. 2-2 here in the ninth.
it just did not look good for
No.
Emilio Pagan. We'll be seeing him anytime soon. It's gone from bad to worse for the veteran right-hander.
So Emilio Pagan done for the night and would appear to be done for a while.
Talked about how much extension he gets, how he really uses his legs.
Yeah. Yeah, he gets out there with that front leg. That was the leg, the left leg, that appeared to be injured. So Pagan out of the game, pitching change here at Wrigley. And Jose Franco is the new pitcher. Franco will take over on for the 7th time. They're his numbers.
Yeah. What's the old line from Mission Impossible? Your mission, should you choose to accept it. This is a not easy assignment for the rookie right-hander. His 7th major league appearance comes after the injury to Pagan. A tie game in the bottom of the 9th at Wrigley Field. 11 2/3. He's allowed 14 hits, walked 8. So there's been a lot of traffic, a couple of home runs.
Michael Busch tied it in the 8th with a solo homer. Franco takes over.
Inherit a 1-ball, no strike count to Nico Horner. He's got a fastball that averages about 95 miles per hour. Slider and a changeup. He had not pitched above A ball prior to last season.
He's 25, native of Venezuela. All right, here we go. Ball 1, no strikes on Nico. Top of the order as the Cubs try and walk it off in back-to-back games. And ball 2. Franco ready. Here comes. And the slider misses.
Cubs looking to win their 13th consecutive home game. It'll be their 5th walk-off win in that stretch if they pull it off here.
Lead-off walk. And now it's Bregman. That one inside. Franco having trouble locating the zone. He walked 8 in 11 2/3 coming into tonight. Bregman a little anxious. Man, you don't see him do that very often.
I'm sure he's chastising himself. They all want to be heroes, Boog, right? Nobody's immune to it.
No doubt. Here's a 1-1. Too high. Know that he's thrown an actual strike yet, has he?
When you look at his minor league career and pretty high walk rates.
A 2-1. And that's low. Balls and a strike on Alex Bregman. Ian Happ waiting in the on deck circle. Corners at first, nobody out. 2-2 bottom 9. Hammered left field. Friedel is there to make the catch. And Horner back to first.
Maybe a little backspin. That one hung up a little bit off the bat. It looked like it was going to be extra bases, maybe ball game.
He actually didn't get it. It was only 87.5. I thought he got it better. It's maybe a little more down towards the handle. One out, man at first, and it's Ian Happ. Go misses outside.
And trying to keep his on-base streak alive. More importantly, trying to deliver a W for the Cubs.
1 ball, no strikes. Franco. In there for a strike. I think he's thrown 11 pitches. I think 2 have been in the zone. I think the pitch that Bregman hit to left was a strike, and that one.
He's throwing a lot of spin, a lot of sliders.
That miss, 3-1.
Slider that got away from him.
Warner over at first. Stewart holds him on. And that is low, and it's ball 4. Happ extends his on-base streak to 26. And the winning run is in the scoring position. And here comes Seiya.
Just get the feeling that Seiya's going to hit it hard somewhere.
Pitch in the dirt, and Trevino did a great job of keeping it in front.
Tough situation for this kid to be in. Yeah, real nice play here.
Here's a 1-0. Say it didn't bite. Bronco in a tough spot right here now. If you're saying you got to zone something. Horner's at second. He's the one that matters.
Oh, man. 92 right there in the happy zone.
Is there a chance in that spot he might have been sitting on?
Maybe, yeah.
Something soft?
Yeah. Or hunching it. If not sitting on it.
This is outside and low. It's 3-1.
The lefty Sam Maul is back up in the Reds bullpen.
Bronco ready. Popped up. Broke his bat. Infield fly. McLean. And there's 2 outs. So now it'll be left up to Dansby Swanson. 2 on, 2 out. It's Horner in second. He's the guy that matters. And he had half the runner at first. Dansby 1 for 4 with a single to center. That was in the 6th. Does have a walk-off hit already this year against the Phillies. Ball foul, pushed off to the right and out of play.
Let's go. Bronco's starting to gain a little confidence in that fastball.
Dansby back in. Here's the 0-1. Fouled off at the plate, and quickly it's 0-2. So after falling behind everybody, he gets ahead of Dansby Swanson, 0-2. Cubs trying to win it here in the bottom of the 9th for the 2nd straight game. And Dansby asks for time. Oh, 2. Good fight there. Come up with number 7. In the air, right field. And Steer has it, and we're playing extras. Cubs with an opportunity in the 9th, couldn't cash it in. Bronco gets out of it. On to the 10th, tied at 2. Back here As we go to the top of the 10th, the Reds and the Cubs tied at 2. And Ryan Rollison will take over.
Well, what a job Ryan Rollison did in last night's ball game. Came in and punched out the side in the 9th. 1-2-3 up. Friedel, Blade, and De La Cruz struck them all out. It'll be Hayes to get things started.
So McLean running at second. And Ke'Bryan Hayes squares to bunt. Hayes 0 for 3, tied at 2. We're in the 10th.
Got to throw a strike.
Ke'Bryan Hayes, by the way, with 1 career sacrifice. And there's the strike.
Able to find the zone with the 2-0 slider.
The 2-1.
Yeah, a lot of teams when they're on the road don't like to sacrifice in this situation. Thinking being we're going to try to play for a multi-run inning. Because the home team is going to start to the bottom of the inning with a man on second base as well. With Hayes' offensive struggles, you can understand why they might have asked him to bunt.
Right there, got him, and Hayes is gone.
The man on third with 1 out is a lot better than the man on second with 1 out.
And a frustrating beginning to the year for Ke'Bryan Hayes. 1 out, man at second, and it's TJ Friedel 0 for 4.
And we've talked about his prowess as a bunter. Last 3 years, 35 bunt hits, by far the most in MLB. So I think, yeah, Michael Busch is starting to pinch in a little bit just to defend a possible drag bunt here.
As you were saying. Two in the 10th. McLean is at second. Rollison, the 1-0. That's a strike.
Friedel thought it was high. Friedel was right.
Yes, he was.
But he didn't believe it enough to challenge.
Rollison, 1-1. That's strike 2.
That's crisp there. Outside edge at 95, left on left.
Jamison Tyone started this for the Cubs, went 5 2/3, gave up a couple of runs. The Cubs trailed it 2-1 going to the bottom of the 8th, and Michael Busch tied it with a solo homer, and that's where we are. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Friedel is gone, 2 away.
That's 5 consecutive strikeouts for Ryan Rollison now, going back to last night. Got Hayes looking. Caught Friedel guessing. He was really late on that fastball.
The pitch in for a strike to Dane Myers. close. Just missed. The 1-1. Foul and out of play. Now Rolison a strike away from getting out of this without allowing a run. One and two. What do you figure the winning percentage is for the home team? And the only piece of information I give you is they don't allow a run in the top of the 10th.
69%. You mean winning it in the bottom of the 10th or winning it at all?
Winning the game.
I'm gonna up my bid to more like 76.9%.
Okay. 2-2. And it didn't bite that time. I have no idea.
Somebody can look that up for us, right?
Somebody can
find that out.
Yeah, again, just the road team doesn't score in the 10th. What's the winning percentage for the home team? Three-two, and it's ball 4. So you let him off the hook.
Yeah, and now he's got to deal with De La Cruz, so that is suboptimal. We talked about De La Cruz last night, a switch hitter who has been far superior as a left-handed hitter in his career, but he has been much improved as a right-handed batter this year.
Cubs post-game live coming your way at the conclusion of this one. We're in extra innings. Cubs playing another close one with the Reds. Yeah, Ellie De La Cruz in his career, and it was just a no-brainer to turn around and make him hit from this side, the right side. Small sample size, but early on against lefties, 324, 375, 757. And he has half his homers from this.
Yeah, that's what gets your attention. It's not like he's BABIP'd his way with some luck into a high batting average. He's slugged.
McLean at second, Myers at first, and there's a strike. I like when you use BABIP as a verb. It's the Cubs knotted at 2. De La Cruz, Rolison. That one slipped out of his hand a little bit. On the ground, Horner is there. Takes it over to first. Rolison pumped up, and the Cubs will try and win it in the bottom of the 10th with that man. 2 up. Michael Busch will lead it off with a man at second when we come back.
Here's how we got here. J.J. Bleday has homered back-to-back games. Daniel Lowe got one, so that's 2 for the Redlegs. Alex Bregman, base hit to left field. Here comes PCA streaking home. And then Michael Busch, first pitch from Big Tony Santillan. Halfway up the bleachers in right. Rub the belly. And now it's Sam Maul, the left-hander, on for the Reds. 184 ERA. He too has had issues with walks.
Sweeper misses outside.
Only bat available for the Cubs now is Carson Kelly. He'll be out there to hit next because the pitcher spot is due up next.
That one into center field. Here comes Swanson, and the Cubs win it. Michael Busch, a bouncer up the middle, and ate up De La Cruz, and they walk it off again.
Making a habit out of it. Back-to-back walk-offs, first time since, how about that, May 4th and May 5th of 2021, exactly 5 years ago. Maybe not as dramatic with the walk-off home run we saw from Conforto last night. Still puts a W in the column, and it gets the folks singing.
It's a good song. 13 in a row at home. Downstairs, T-Mac with Michael Busch.
Nicky Lopez getting him with some water there. Gatorade, excuse me. Bushy, you don't usually show a lot of emotion, but you were fired up on that one. What was going through your mind?
Just another win. Yeah, it's a good win for us. Keep stacking them.
How do you prepare for that at-bat? I see you guys on the iPads talking to each other. What is the point of what you're saying and what you're talking about?
Yeah, tough lefty, definitely. Just trying to get a good pitch to hit, get something to the right side, and get the guy over at minimum, but glad we got it done with early.
You told me yesterday your favorite part of the season so far was the winning streak you had put together before. This current winning streak, what stands out?
I think we're just playing, like I've said before too, we're just playing at all facets of the game. We're winning in a lot of ways, pitching really well, playing defense, hitting, having good at-bats. Been a lot of fun.
You've been here for a couple of years, but Wrigley Field, especially in moments like this, what's your favorite part?
Nights like these. The fans make it the best place in the world to play, and just thankful to be a Cub.
Your home run, what was going through your mind when you hit that one out of the park?
Yeah, again, just trying to get a good pitch to hit and drive a baseball. Left it a little over the middle of the plate, and glad I got a barrel on it.
You did get a barrel on it. Congratulations. Boop.
Michael Busch, the hero. The Cubs have won 13 straight at home, 7 in a row. Holy cow, JD.
Yeah, 5 of those wins in that 13-game home winning streak via the walk-off, and De La Cruz trying to make a backhanded play here, gets this kind of ugly in-between hop. Obviously, the priority has to be to knock this ball down, but he's trying to make a play, and it just eats him up. And here comes Dansby. The midfield celebration is getting to be a habit with these guys.
Unbelievable. Look at Daniel Palencia right in the middle of it. And Hedrick Cabrera supplying the waterworks. Fly that W for Jim DeShays, Taylor McGregor, and our entire crew. I'm John Shambi. Thanks for watching Chicago Cubs baseball here on Marquee Sports Network. Again, your final in 10. Cubs win it 3-2. Tomorrow, Game 3, Colin Ray, Brady Singer, your scheduled starters. Coverage begins at 5:30. Up next, Cubs postgame live. It's Cole Wright, Elise Menaker, and Ryan Sweeney. Cole, take